You see a light bulb go off in your mind. Everyone wonders and thinks. There are two major companies in the world that compete in the aircraft industry, and this competition between them could bring about change. Imagine an aircraft with foldable wings that can carry up to 500 people, a massive aircraft known as the 777X. Another aircraft, seen as a competitor, offers the opportunity to use less fuel, but it does so by reducing the number of passengers. However, it stands out as an aircraft with an exceptionally well-designed exterior compared to its rival. The name of this aircraft is A350-1000. The name sounds very unusual to you, doesn't it? Yes, it has a very strange name. People find it difficult to pronounce. The company behind this aircraft admits that it has failed in its class, so it is trying to develop a powerful weapon to surpass the other aircraft, the Boeing 777X. An unusual aircraft is about to be launched. This aircraft is still a complete mystery in the sky because no one knows about it. Its name is also difficult to pronounce, but I'll mention it anyway. It is called the A350-2000. It has another unusual name. The company needs to develop this aircraft further. You are here to learn the new story of this aircraft. Let's get started. A massive aircraft that could dethrone Boeing's most valuable asset and change the rules of long-haul travel. There's more to this than just two aircraft. The reason this aircraft is being built is this. It's an aircraft built to see this company in the skies in the future. This aircraft is seen as their hope. The company has put everything it has into this aircraft. There are millions of dollars at stake. Everyone is amazed, but it takes courage to do this. That's what makes this topic so intriguing. While Airbus executives celebrate record orders for the Boeing 777X, they are hinting at something bigger. Another reason for this is to upset the balance of power in the competition between aircraft companies. Do they have the capacity to do this? Time will tell. This aircraft is considered very difficult by everyone. Because it seems to have come out of the mind of a complete dreamer, it is very difficult to build. The question of whether it can be completed is on everyone's mind. Let's say you build this aircraft and tell everyone that you have built an aircraft that can win races. But what if this aircraft cannot win these races? If it cannot, the company will start to sink into the swamp. This company is known for operating short-haul flights and has always lagged behind in races for that reason. But if it can perform long-haul flights, it will make a leap forward and could become a leader in the aviation industry. But this depends on what you can do. If you do it properly, why not? Every move matters. For decades, the game has been shaped by each aircraft manufacturer. Its rival, Boeing, has always been number one because of these things. With 4,226 seats and a range of over 7,200 nautical miles, the 7779 model is at the top of its class. Its most important feature is its wings, which can fold, making it widely recognized around the world. We should also thank the engineers who designed it, as they have done an amazing job. It is a true engineering marvel. If you do similar things and get along well with your customers, you will become the king of aviation, just like Boeing, and lead the aviation industry. However, Airbus A350-1000 model is not far behind. This aircraft has been well received by everyone and has received top marks. Feedback from passengers includes the interior is very quiet and the aircraft is very light, and its low fuel consumption, even on long flights, has caught everyone's attention. However, with a maximum capacity of 410 seats, it falls slightly short of the 7,779 model's raw capacity. You might ask, what difference does 16 seats make? But you're wrong. Think of airlines operating out of mega hubs with limited slots, such as Changi in Singapore, Doha in Qatar, and Emirates in Dubai. If you want to make more money, you have the option of adding seats and you won't experience seat shortages. When there are daily limits on the number of flights, every passenger is important. An industry analyst explains that the Boeing 7779 has found the ideal point for airlines striving to make the best use of every slot at crowded airports. The owner of these companies says, "We must do more than our best to surpass our competitors. This company needs more." Even the company owners know this. There are several reasons for the increasing pressure. 4 of the jumbo jets are getting old. Dust-covered planes are lined up to be sent there. Future aircraft will definitely have more seats or be more comfortable, be able to fly long distances, and have new engines. The 777X is Boeing's attempt to take the lead in high-capacity long-haul travel for the next 30 years. It doesn't matter that Boeing's rival company has more people. The most important thing is not to die. The primary objective is to produce an aircraft that can survive. Everyone criticizes, but they do not consider this issue. Engineers leave those who do not think this way alone and depart without saying anything to them. The A350-2000 aircraft surpasses its competitors and eliminates those with twin engines. It is far ahead of them. The numbers are astonishing. The A350-1000, which is already impressive at 242 feet in length, is being extended by an additional 20 feet. Additionally, it is capable of flying higher than its competitor. the 7779 aircraft. Here we can see that Airbus is far ahead. Let me explain it to you this way. Enlarging the aircraft's fuselage is even more challenging than building an extraordinary ship. It involves engineering complexities that no one can resolve. Extra fuselage sections push structural loads towards the ceiling. Engineers must reinforce connection points using aluminum-lithium alloys and sophisticated composites that Airbus has perfected over years of developing the A350. If you want to extend this aircraft, you cannot do so because more materials will be used and the weight will increase. Therefore, the range will decrease. They do not want this. The A350-2000, with a maximum takeoff weight of 320 to 330 metric tons, will likely tip the scales. You will have to pay a fee close to 800,000 pounds, which means everything from the flight crew to the aircraft itself will need to be changed. Next comes the number of passengers. In the standard two-class configuration, 400 to 440 people. Reaching the number of seats on this aircraft is as difficult as going into space, but this airline has come close to its competitor. In addition, there is a rule that applies to all airlines, i.e., all aircraft, that everyone must evacuate the aircraft in an emergency within 1 minute. If you overload the aircraft with too many passengers, it becomes problematic because you have to install more doors, which costs more money and makes it harder to exit. Airbus will likely install C-type emergency doors at the rear of the wings. The appearance of this aircraft may differ slightly from the standard design, as the doors will be different from the norm. The wing retains its sophisticated composite structure, but minor adjustments, such as redesigned high-lift devices and rear edges, are necessary to maintain the A350's renowned efficiency despite its extended length. Building aircraft is considered a good thing if we take these reasons into account. If Airbus does this right, the A350-2000 could offer 7 to 10% lower seat mile costs than the Boeing 777. Its efficiency will come close to that of the A350 aircraft, which is made of lightweight materials. However, will these significant changes preserve the A350's unique features? Everyone worked tirelessly to create these features, but will their efforts pay off? This is the biggest challenge for the A350-2000 under NASA's. Open the cowlings. This extended beast, weighing over 320 tons, requires power that today's Trend XWB-97 cannot provide. The power of this aircraft is immense and proven by all, but for very large aircraft, these engines are insufficient, leading to frustration among people. According to industry experts, requirements could reach 105,000 pounds or higher, powerful enough to compete with the massive GE9X engines of the 7779. The main character in this high-stakes engine drama is Rolls-Royce's Ultron. Imagine a 140-inch diameter turbofan with a gear-driven architecture that reduces fuel consumption by 25%. This shows us where other aircraft need to go. There's just one problem. The Ultrafan is mostly found in engineering fantasies and test stands. Airbus top executives are making everything clear. They're telling us we need to do everything we can to avoid losing money. Rolls-Royce is taking note of developments, but emphasizes that problems in the supply chain continue. They have informed the company that there are many problems with titanium materials. They have also informed us that there are still a few shortcomings in the production of materials inside the aircraft. According to some estimates, the Ultrafans will enter service in 2028. Other competitors, however, are refusing to get too close to this timeline. The A350-000 is turning into more of an engineering exercise than a tested power unit. If the Ultrafan does not materialize, it could lead to the company's downfall. As a result, there are ideas such as postponing the project or switching to another aircraft. Considering that the Boeing 777X has already made headlines, received orders, and started producing engines, these options may not be sufficient to overtake the competitor and could even leave you behind. These are just the beginning. After the pandemic, aviation supply chains remain vulnerable due to labor shortages, casting delays, and logistical disruptions. With each setback, timelines become increasingly uncertain. Would you tie your business's future to unproven technologies? Airbus has a lot of plans for the future, and if it fails to deliver, it will have thrown its future away. Everything will go downhill from there. Leave engineering marvels behind and enter the airline boardrooms where fleet planners are charting the course for the next 20 years. The A350-000's future hinges on a single word. Because to prevent the future from going down the drain, you have to do what's necessary. Giants are where the math begins, Singapore Airlines, Emirates, and Qatar Airways. These are airlines operating from massive hubs where every seat generates revenue and every takeoff slot costs a fortune. Consider Emirates' situation. In approximately 5 years, the aircraft in this company will be retired to dusty parking lots. On routes with the highest frequency and where expansion is the only way to grow, such as from Dubai to London, Sydney, or Los Angeles, there is a capacity of around 500 people. This puzzle is ideally solved with the A350-2000. The most significant aspect of long-haul flights is the distance between seats, which is also a feature of this aircraft. As four-engine jumbo jets become obsolete, efficient twin-engine aircraft are emerging as the only practical option. The picture painted by industry forecasts is appealing. In the future, it is anticipated that an aircraft capable of offering numerous flight options and performing long-haul flights will be developed. In reality, there are very few airlines that need jets of this size. Singapore Airlines and Qatar Airways are some of them. These things are seen as identical to their competitors. Market share is determined by the economic characteristics of large twin-engine aircraft on dense, high-yield routes. Think of long-haul flights, and this company needs to make regular flights on these routes to stand out from the crowd. Sales of the A350-1000 could be affected by every seat added to the A350-2000. To maintain the current product range, they have previously suspended similar extension. The key question is whether the market for large aircraft is as large as it appears, or whether airlines will prefer smaller, more adaptable aircraft as travel trends change. Most importantly, aircraft capable of landing in small locations will be able to do so, and pilots capable of landing anywhere will take center stage. However, A350-2000 falling short of expectations in this market means spending a lot of money and throwing all that effort away. It means throwing money directly into the trash. Remember, this is more than just building a bigger plane. It means predicting the future of international aviation and betting billions of dollars on those predictions being correct. Considering all the issues at hand, such as engine problems or range limitations, will this aircraft company be able to take the next step forward? The risk could not be more dramatic. Storm clouds, heavier aircraft bodies, unproven engines, and labyrinthine global supply chains are examples of engineering challenges. And the market bet is that while the A350-1000 maintains its profitability, everyone is investing heavily in similar aircraft to ensure there are enough of them. However, the potential reward is so astonishing that it boggles the mind. In 5 years, this aircraft will be ready to fly, and we can only imagine what it will be like when it does. The first deliveries will take place around 2032. This could reshape our expectations for twin-engine aircraft. Lighter, quieter, and more efficient giants are flying the world's longest routes. Lightweight materials are now considered the most important component of an aircraft. However, history teaches us a harsher lesson. Bold projects that fail to progress beyond the design phase are a common sight in aviation graveyards. Will this aircraft end up in dusty garages like others, or will it soar through the skies? No one wants it to end up in dusty garages, and the company doesn't either. That's why it must be done properly. Its rival is also continuing. This aircraft's biggest rival has offered sales worldwide. Everyone has started buying it, but these are orders. It is not flying yet. With each passing month, Boeing is increasing its chances of consolidating its dominance in long-haul flights. Future long-haul flights will be very different, and they are currently under threat. The way we cross oceans for future generations will be shaped by the engineering race between these two giants. The A350-2000, this also poses a threat to this company, Airbus. Their goal is to reshape the competitive landscape and demonstrate that innovation continues to leave current competitors behind. What will the future hold? Will the aircraft soar through the skies, or will it remain on dusty shelves as a display piece? One thing is certain, regardless of the outcome of this battle, we are witnessing aviation history being written. The sky above us will soon be the stage for a new chapter in the competition between Boeing and Airbus. What do you think? Is it a good idea or a bad idea? If you had to bet on the future of long-haul travel, would you support Airbus's bold plan or Boeing's established giant? Share your thoughts. The possibilities in this area are endless.